War is chaos. It's steel and fire, silence and sirens. But sometimes, in the middle of all that destruction, a small, quiet life endures. This is the story of Unsinkable Sam, a black and white cat who, according to legend, survived not one, not two, but 3 shipwrecks during World War II. And while some parts of his tale are wrapped in mystery, the heart of it is very real. In May 1941, the German battleship Bismarck set sail on its first and only mission. It was a floating fortress, armed to the teeth and tasked with disrupting Allied supply lines. Among its crew of over 2,200 men, it's said there was a cat, a black and white Tom owned by a crewman, known only by his fur and his quiet presence. The Bismarck was sunk after a fierce 3-day battle. Only 114 men survived, and according to a British destroyer crew, one of the survivors wasn't a man at all, but a cat, found floating on a plank in the cold Atlantic. The British destroyer HMS Cossack rescued the cat and gave him a name, Oscar. Some say it was inspired by the naval signal for man overboard, the letter O in the International Code of Signals. Others say it was just a good, solid name for a ship's mascot. Oscar, Sam, quickly became part of the crew. He was calm, affectionate, and often found napping in the captain's quarters. He brought comfort to sailors far from home, a reminder of normal life in a world turned upside down. But in October 1941, tragedy struck again. The Cossack was torpedoed by a German U-boat while escorting a convoy. Despite heroic efforts, the ship sank off Gibraltar, and once again, he survived. Wet, shaken, but alive, the crew began to whisper, "He's unsinkable." Sam's next posting was aboard the Ark Royal, a British aircraft carrier known for ferrying planes to Malta and hunting submarines. He settled in quickly, a quiet companion to the crew, often seen near the radio room or curled beside the galley. In November 1941, the Ark Royal was struck by a torpedo. Despite frantic efforts, she sank just off Gibraltar, and once again, Sam was found, clinging to floating debris, alive. After his 3rd shipwreck, Sam was retired from active duty. He was briefly housed at the governor's office in Gibraltar, where he was treated with affection and curiosity. He was then transferred to the Derry Sailors' Rest in Northern Ireland, managed by Margaret Hill of Enniscorthy. Newspaper reports from December 1941 describe Sam as a local celebrity, featured in radio broadcasts and visited by sailors who remembered him from the fleet. Margaret later married an American technician named Paul Boone and planned to take Sam with her to America after the war. But Sam stayed in Belfast, where he lived out his days in peace, hunting mice, curling up in sunlit windows, and occasionally making himself heard on Armed Forces radio. A pastel portrait of Sam, titled Oscar the Bismarck's Cat, still hangs in the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich. It's a tribute to a quiet survivor, a cat who may never have understood war, but who endured it with grace. His story is part fact, part folklore. Some details remain unverified, but what's certain is this: Sam was rescued from the sea. He was loved by sailors, and he became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in war, life finds a way. Unsinkable Sam never fought in battle. He didn't lead charges or carry messages, but he endured. Through fire and flood, through loss and rescue, he became a legend, And sometimes, the bravest soul on board walks on 4 paws.